ほら、ルフィ、今一緒に海賊になる仲間を探してるんだ。
Hello guys, welcome to my channel The Wandering Zoro, your go-to destination for anime-related content. And if you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss out on our latest videos. In today's video, we're going to be diving into part 2 of the series. So be sure to stick around until the end, and let's get started. Inside the metaverse, we see Izuku looking around his new surroundings. Although he has been training inside this new world multiple times, the complete difference between his reality and the cognitive world always gave him an unnerving feeling. As he looked around, he expected to find some giant castle or something alike since he has never seen what a true palace was. However, what he did see made him recoil in disgust at the being just a few yards ahead of him. In front of his eyes, Izuku was looking at what could only be described at first glance a large obese man, if you could even call it that. Izuku, shocked, what the hell is that? Run. That Izuku would be the bakery owner's shadow, Morgana, and judging by its appearance, his desire must be really ugly to have its shadow take a form of that monster. Ryuji, that ugly guy sure takes the phrase "it's what's on the inside that matters" to a whole new level. Izuku, sweating, no kidding. So what do? And, for now, just try and see if you can spot any weird object around it. That could be its treasure. Izuku, I'll try, hopefully it won't notice me. As Izuku walked around the large creature, he noticed a small brown box sitting on the ground behind the monster. Izuku, I think whatever his treasure is must be inside that box. Makoto, you're probably right, but you should be prepared to attack or defend yourself just in case. Izuku, easier said than done, just look at it. I mean, its appearance alone tells me that it's most likely a tank when it comes to regular attacks. Futaba, why not use your third eye to see any weakness? Izuku, confused, third eye? Run. Facepalm, I knew I forgot something. Ryuji, huh? Would you look at that, even our leader makes mistakes. Run. Size anyway. Izuku, the third eye is just a technique that you can use to look at any surrounding enemies and distinguish any weaknesses. You can also use it to look and see how strong your enemy is, and can also use it to help find invisible objects most people wouldn't be able to see. Izuku, sweat drop, just how broken am I? Ren, very. Now to use the third eye, just focus some of your energy into your eyes. It'll feel like time is frozen to you, but in reality your mind is just working at intense speeds, making everything seem slow to you. Izuku, okay, close his eyes. Izuku, deep breath, okay, let's do this. As Izuku opened his eyes, he was looking back at a world even crazier than he believed. All around him was a world of new colors instead of the red atmosphere he saw before. Now he was looking at blues, greens, and yellows circling his vision. As he laid his eyes upon the monster, his eyebrows rose in utter shock. Around the monster was a yellow aura, and just behind it was a white aura surrounding the box. Izuku, looks like I have my work cut out for me. As he looked around, he also noticed multiple blue lights surrounding the lamppost near him. Thinking on his feet, Izuku immediately dashed towards the closest onto him, appearing as a blur to the naked eye. One by one, he made his way, dashing across the lampposts, getting closer to his target without alerting the monster of his presence. Reaching the final post, Izuku looked down, his target just arm's reach away. Taking the risk, he slowly began to lower himself to try and reach for the box. As his hands were about to grab the box, a sudden pain found his body as he was blown back by a powerful punch to his stomach, smashing him against a wall. Shadow, well. Look who finally showed up. Thought you could just take my treasure without me noticing, how predictable. Izuku, Ugh, sure does know how to pack a punch. As Izuku slowly got up, he activated his third eye again, trying to gain as much information on his enemy as he could. Izuku, great, looks like it doesn't have any major weaknesses. So I guess I'll just have to do this the old-fashioned way. Izuku, Arsene. As Arsene became visible, Izuku readied his stance, ready to get the fight going. Izuku, it's showtime. Third-person POV. As the two enemies stared each other down, both waited for the other to make the first move. That trigger came with the sound of a water droplet falling and crashing on the ground, causing both enemies to charge at each other. Reacting fast, Izuku aimed a punch with Arsene to the monster's exposed stomach, only to be shocked when his attack was fully absorbed. Seeing Izuku's shock, the monster let out a low chuckle before kicking Izuku in his chest, causing him to skid back a few feet. Izuku. Groans okay, so brute strength alone won't be enough, let's try this then. Izuku. Jack Frost. Mabufu. Suddenly 3 medium-sized ice crystals formed around Izuku before being launched at the giant monster, causing smoke to surround it when the ice made impact. However, when the smoke cleared, all that showed was the monster standing there with no damage visible on its skin. Ren, Izuku, you need to lower his defense and aim for a vital spot if you want to take it down quickly. Izuku. Right, let me think, I got it. Izuku. Alice. Debilitate. Suddenly 3 colored lights surround the monster, swirling around it until they disappear. Shadow. Haha, playing with lights are we? What was that sup? Suddenly the monster dropped to one knee, beginning to breathe heavily, as if just being awake caused it pain. Shadow. What did you do to me? Izuku. Nothing much, just drastically decreased your power, speed, and defense. Now no more playing. Your time ends now. Arsene. Izuku. Tarakaja. Tsukukaja. Rebellion. As Izuku began yelling power after power, his body began to become engulfed in multiple colors. Now having his strength, speed, and critical damage increased to his fullest, Izuku jumped high into the sky. Using Arsene to increase the speed of his fall, he began to fall faster and faster. As he reached the monster, Izuku raised his right leg into the air and then slammed it down right onto the head of the monster, performing a perfect axe kick. Not being able to withstand the force of such a blow, the monster soon found its face firmly implanted into the ground it was once standing on, fully defeated. To the utter surprise of Izuku, the monster soon began to shrink in size until its appearance became that of a regular-looking guy he believed was the baker from his reality. Not wanting to risk the shadow attacking again, Izuku turned around and reached for the box that had been guarded. Izuku. Treasure acquired. Now let's see what this is. Slowly opening the box, Izuku's face turned to one of confusion as he was stared back by a photo of the bakery owner and what appeared to be his young son. Shadow. Surprised, huh? Expecting something like a giant trophy or car. To Izuku's surprise, yet again, it appeared that the shadow he defeated was still awake. Izuku. Ugh, scratches back of his head. Shadow. Chuckles, don't worry kid, so would I, but that indeed is my deepest treasure. You see, my other half is a father of 2 beautiful children, but 2 years ago my youngest son was brutally beaten to an inch of his life by a classmate of his who had a villain quirk. I guess that day he finally broke and attacked the first person he could. Izuku. Silent. Shadow. Now do you see why I hate those with villain quirks? Even if they haven't done it, yet they will use their evilness to harm others, and I refuse to serve that type of person. Izuku. You're wrong. Shadow. Surprised what? Izuku. I said you're wrong. Just because people are born with what one might believe to be villainous, that does not make the individual a villain themselves. Only through our actions can we be deemed heroes and villains, but the quirk one holds does not make them who they are. Shadow. Looks down. I never thought of it like that. Izuku. Place his hand on shoulder. For all it's worth, I truly am sorry for what happened to your son, and I do not blame you for your actions. But please do not judge others on something they can't control. Instead, judge others on their personalities and actions towards others, because sometimes the most careering person can be the most intimidating looking one. Shadow. So look, I can't promise you anything, but I'll give it a try. Izuku. Smiles. Always better to start small than not starting at all, right? Shadow. Small smile, yeah. Izuku. Hey, do you know what school this happened at? Shadow. Yeah, it was called Aldria Junior High. I believe I had to get him transferred after it happened. Scoff. That school did nothing while my son was being beat up. Izuku. Surprised, are you sure? I went to that school, and I don't remember this being news around the school. Shadow. Yep, the frickin' principal of that godforsaken place told me it would ruin the image of the school if knowledge of what happened got out, so he swept it under the rug to save the school's reputation. Izuku. Shadow. Listen, son, if any place needs to be cleaned of their sins, that school should be on your list. Izuku. Nods head. Don't worry, I'll look into it. Shadow. Smiling. Thank you. Suddenly the shadow was engulfed in a shining white light, making Izuku have to turn away to not be blinded. As it died down and Izuku regained his vision, all that stared back at him was the empty spot where the shadow was standing. Having finally completed his first mission, Izuku fell on his back, exhaustion hitting everywhere on his body. Izuku. Sigh, glad that's over. Ruji. Huh, not bad for your first time, kid. Yusuke. Indeed, quite an amazing show of skills you performed. Futaba. Naya haha, guess your training's paying off, huh? Makoto. Overall, I would say that was a 8 out of 10. And, yep, just try not to get hit next time. Izuku. Sai, easier said than done, don't really have much options when it comes to range attacks. Ren. Don't worry about that. With the scrap you've been able to collect from cleaning the beach, me and Futaba here will help you build more gear to help you for these types of situations. Izuku. Oh yeah, well I already have some good notes on heroes, so I could also come up with gadgets that would help counter their quirks to even the playing field. Did you have anything in mind? Rin. Actually, all of us are well versed in using guns and close-range weapons, so I was going to help you build one of each and train you in how to use them. Izuku. Wait. A gun? Rin. Calm down. In anybody else's hand, that gun will be nothing more than an airsoft gun, but with you channeling your mask's power through it, you'll be able to add all sorts of effects to the pellets that hit your enemies. Izuku. Sai, that's good. Wouldn't want to accidentally hurt someone. Haru. I'd hate to break up the moment, but shouldn't you go back and rest up before your shift today? Izuku. Surprised. Oh shoot, you're right. But he said tonight was ladies' night, and I kinda don't have any good experience with how to talk to women. Looks down blushing. And, giggles. Don't worry about that, Izu. Makoto. Smiling. Yep, we'll teach you all we know. Futaba. Grinning. Naya haha, by the time we're done you'll be a total pro when talking to girls. Haru. But smiling too sweetly. Don't think about turning into some playboy. Got it. Izuku. Gulp. Yes ma'am. Mizutofu, Japan, Leblanc. Ding. So Jiro. Smiling. About time, kid. Almost thought you were going to chicken out on me. Izuku. Small smile. Don't worry, boss. I was just hyping myself up for later. So Jiro. Grinning. Don't get ahead of yourself just yet, kid. You still have a lot to learn about women. Izuku. Shudder. Well, what do you need me to do? Velvet room. Ruji. Sweat drop. Did you girls really need to beat all that into him? And, smirking. Of course we had to. He already has the looks, and mix that with his kind and heroic attitude, who knows what kind of girls will try and get at him. Futaba. And the last thing we need is him passing out from a girl's touch. Makoto. Although I would rather him figure things out, it's better for him to also learn how to take hints to not be so dense. Haru. Smiling sweetly, unlike a certain someone. Ren. Sweating. Leblanc. Izuku. Hey, are you sure this is what you want me to wear, boss? So Jiro. That's right, kid. Gotta look presentable in front of ladies if you want to impress them. Izuku. Blushing. Well, I've never really had those types of thoughts. So Jiro. Surprised. Oh my bad, didn't know you swing the other way. Izuku. Shocked. No. That's not what I meant. Izuku. Sai looks down. It's just that growing up quirkless, no girl took any interest in me, so I don't really have any experience with how to act around them. So Jiro. Serious. Izuku. Look at me. Izuku. Looks up. So Jiro. Although it's true that you had to grow up faster than your peers and experience things you shouldn't have had to until later in life, the past is in the past. All you can do is look toward the future and pave it how you want to. The you who you are now is not the same as the you in the past, and it's never too late to learn new things as you get older. That's just how life is. Izuku. Small smile. Thank you, Sojiro. Sojiro. Smiling. No problem, kid. Looks like we still have a good amount of time before we open, so let me teach you a few things on how to treat a lady. Izuku. I'm all ears, boss. Leblanc. 6 p.m. Hey, do you guys want to try out that cafe spot? Why not? Looks pretty interesting. Ding. Izuku. I'll welcome ladies to Leblanc's first ladies' night. Would you like me to seat you? Blushing. Ah, thank you. Izuku. Well, please follow me. Later. Sojiro. Not bad, kid. Looks like you've become pretty popular with the ladies tonight. Izuku. Small blush. It's all thanks to you, boss. And you guys too. And, no problem, Izu. Makoto. Indeed, I'm quite impressed on how much you've improved your social skills. Futaba. No kidding, look at ya. You had to put all those phone numbers in a jar just so you wouldn't lose them. Ruji. How looks like you really are a chick magnet. Yusukuro. It appears you have your last customers for the night. Izuku. Oh, you're right. Come on, girls, I know that tonight hasn't been the best, but maybe this will cheer us up. Sai, I guess it's worth a shot. Excited. Oh, this place looks super nice. I hope they have a lot of different stuff to try. Tell me again why we brought the shrimp. Ryuko. Sai, I already told you, Rumi. It's my job as her mentor to teach Nijire here how to act in public. And besides Namuri, and you got called in for a meeting at UA, and the other 3 are still in the mountains. Rumi. See, this is why I choose to work by myself. Anyone else would just drag me down. Nijire, pouting. Hey, I'm capable of gandering myself. Thank you very much. Rumi. Sure, kid. Anyways, what does this place even offer? Izuku, I believe I can answer that. Ryuko, my apologies for us coming in so late. I hope you still have available seating. Izuku, nothing to worry about, miss. Please follow me, and I'll get you 3 seated. Rumi, so what do you guys offer here? Ryuko, now Rumi, no need to be so mean. Izuku, chuckling it quite alright. Now Miss Maruko, here at Leblanc, we offer many different type of drinks and food. However, we specialize in coffee and curry if you would like to try that. Rumi, surprised, how do you know my hero name, kid? Izuku, well, for one, it's really hard to miss your rabbit ears that the number 6 hero is well known for, and I just happen to be a bit of a hero nerd. Ryuko, oh well, you seem to be quite informed. Do you happen to have anything on me? Izuku, smiling, I'm glad you asked, miss, or should I say the number 10 dragon hero Ryukyu. Ryuko, surprised, wow, it looks like you know your stuff. Nijire, stars and eyes, oh, what about me? Do you know anything about me? Izuku, unfortunately, I don't have any info on you, miss. Nijire, excited, Nijire, Hato's the name, but you can just call me Nijire, mister. Izuku, chuckling, Izuka Midoriya, but please just call me Izuka, mister, makes me feel old, and I'm probably younger than you, senpai. Nijire, surprised, really? But you look a lot older and talk really adult-like. Izuku, nothing too crazy, just keeping up my professionalism during business hours, Nijire senpai. Rumi, hate to ruin the conversation, but I'm starving. Izuku, my apologies, miss. Rumi, just call me Rumi, kid, I'm not big on formalities. Izuku, right. So if you 3 would like, I could whip some curry up for you 3, and how does some lattes sound with that? Ryuko, I would like that very much. What about you ladies? Rumi, as long as it tastes good, then I'm game. Nijire, me too. Izuku, alright, please give me a moment, and I'll have your orders ready. Walks away. Rumi, kid seems nice, maybe you could learn a thing or 2 about growing up from him, shrimp. Nijire, pouting, hey, I'm mature when I need to be. And you heard him, I'm older than he is. Rumi, and yet he acts more mature than you already. Ryuko, now you two, let's calm down. Although he does seem a bit interesting, I wonder what other knowledge on heroes he has. Rumi, you heard the kid, he's a hero nerd, so he must have a good amount of knowledge. But if he knows a little too much, then cracks knuckles, I think a little whopping would solve that. Ryuko, Sai, why are you always so quick to bring violence into the situation? Rumi, hey, it's not my fault if they're asking to be beat up. Besides, people shouldn't be starting SHD if they can't back up their words. Ryuko, well, let's just hope we don't reach that point. Izuku, my apologies for the wait, ladies, but here's your food and drinks. Rumi, sniff, him smells pretty good, kid, maybe this will be worth it after all. Ryuko, the coffee also smells pretty good. Nijire, drooling, what are we waiting for, let's dig in. Chomp, gulp. Rumi, holy cow, this is delicious. Ryuko, surprised, this is better than any food I've had before. Nijire, stuffed mouth, it's so good. Ryuko, Nijire, have some manners and swallow before talking. Nijire, gulp, sorry sensei, it just so tasty, not even lunch rush's food is this good. Izuku, smiling, well, I'm glad you ladies like the food, it brings me happiness to know I'm able to make you guys smile with my cooking. Nijire, small blush, I don't mind us, it's just your food is just that good. Izuku, well, if you guys will excuse me. Slam. Izuku, drunk guy, oh I? Are you that place that kicked my friend out, you monsters, hick, 'cause I have a few words for you. Rumi, groans, just great. Just when the night was finally turning out to be okay. Ryuko, now Rumi, let's just deal with this quick, and we can get back to enjoying or remaining girls' night out. Drunk guy, Hiko, what do we have here, hick, why don't you ladies come back with me for a fun time? Rumi, tick mark, alright, I'm going to kick his butt. Drunk guy, Hiko, a feisty one, I like you. And that blue-haired on looks like quite a catch to hick. Nijire, scowling. Izuku, alright, that's enough. Sir, you're making our costumers uncomfortable, and I'm going to have to ask you to leave. Drunk guy, hick, and who the hell are you to tell me what hick to do, huh? Mind your hick business, kid, before I make you. Izuku, sir, this is the last warning that I will give you, leave now. Drunk guy, oh yeah, well, hick, guess I have to teach you some manners. As the drunk man aimed a punch for Izuku's face, the 3 heroines prepared themselves to intervene. That was until a loud crunch sound was heard, and the next thing they saw was the drunk man holding his nose that was now bleeding with his right hand. Drunk guy, grown son of a. Before he could finish his sentence, the drunk man found himself performing a perfect 90-degree angle thanks to the help of the gut punch Izuku had delivered. Before the man could recover, Izuku performed a neck chop, knocking the man out for good. After a couple of minutes, the police showed up and took the man away, giving Izuku scowling faces as they left. Izuku, sorry about that, ladies. Normally, we don't deal with these types of guys. Rumi, nah, it's fine. Idiots like these have to learn the hard way not to mess with others. Ryuko, while I believe the situation could have been handled differently, your method was effective. Although I have to ask if you used your quirk on him, because I don't feel like arresting someone for illegal quirk usage tonight. Izuku, oh, don't worry about that, no quirk was used. Nijire, smiling, oh. If you don't mind, but what is your quirk? Is it some type of strength enhancer, or fast reflexes, or mumble? Izuku, sweat drop, is she always like this? Ryuko, don't mind her, she's just a very curious person. Izuku, chuckling, don't worry about it, I used to have the same habit, I find it quite cute actually. Nijire, stop, see cute small blush. Izuku, well, Miss Ryuko, the reason I said that illegal quirk usage wasn't a problem is just because, well, I don't have one. Silence. Nijire, shocked, what? Ryuko, excuse me. Rumi, whistle, you did that much damage with no quirk. Kid, at least you know how to defend yourself. Izuku, why, thank you, a compliment from the top heroine is never something I thought would happen in my life. Rumi, huh? Don't get ahead of yourself, kid, you're better than average. But anyone with a decent understanding of their quirk could probably take you down. Ryuko, Rumi. Izuku, it's alright, Miss Ryuko, what Miss Rumi said isn't all that incorrect. Rumi, you bet it's not. Izuku, however, releases pressure, underestimating me could lead to your downfall. Rumi, smiling, well, I'll be cursed, this kid definitely has more than he's showing. Ryuko, sweating, for someone who doesn't have a quirk, he's letting out a lot of power. Nijire, whoa, just who are you, Izuku? Izuku, stops pressure anyways, as an apology to you ladies for the situation, please let me compensate your meals for the night, it's the least I could do. Ryuko, there's no need for that, Izuku, it was not your fault for his actions. Izuku, it's quite alright, Ryuko, it's down to the establishment to take care of the customers, so there's no need for you to worry about it. Rumi, well, if you insist, then will take you up on the offer. Nijire, yon, hey guys, I'm getting tired. Rumi, sigh, only you could feel tired after drinking coffee. Ryuko, then let's go ahead and call it a night. And once again, thank you so much for the service, Midoriya. Izuku, please, it's my pleasure to not only serve you heroines, but beautiful ladies, as well, hopefully you'll come back again soon. Rumi, flirting will only get you so far, but add some carrot recipes, and you'll see me more often. Ryuko, I'll definitely stop by on occasions. You wouldn't happen to take reservations, would you? I bet the others would love to come as well. Izuku, chuckling, I could definitely look into more recipes, and not to worry, Ryuko here, hands card, just call that number, and we'll gladly save you, and whoever you bring a spot. Ryuko, smiling, thank you, Midoriya. Well, let's go, ladies, we have a busy schedule tomorrow. Nijire, blushing, later, Izuku. Expect to see me more often, okay? Izuku, smiling, you got it, Nijire-senpai. Nijire, pout, Nijire, just call me Nijire. Izuku, sweat drop, right, well then, until next time, Nijire. Nijire, smiling, later, Izuku. Ding. Izuku, falls down, sigh, oh god, I can't believe I just talked to two top heroines. Ruji, nice job, bro, you did better than I thought. Makoto, indeed, it's good that you took our lessons to heart. Izuku, thanks guys, I couldn't have done it without you. Yusuke, I got to say your takedown of that drunk man was also indeed impressive. Izuku, I remember you guys telling me to always take down the enemy as quickly as possible and not to prolong any unnecessary fighting. Lavinza, good to see that you have taken our teachings to heart, Izuku. But never forget that there is always room to improve, never let your head get too big for your own good. Futaba, or else you'll end up with a mouth full of dirt. Izuku, no problem, sensei's the last thing I need is to lose a fight because I didn't take an opponent serious. So Jiro, oh I? Kid, come on, we still have to clean. Izuku, we'll talk to you guys later, coming boss. Velvet Room. Haru, so how do you guys think Izuku is progressing? And I think he's doing really well. Did you see how many girls left their numbers? Ruji, his confidence is definitely way better than when we first met him. Yusuke, he was already skilled in analyzing and now he is able to use that to increase his chances of winning battles by using their weaknesses to the fullest. Makoto, I'm just happy that his value of helping others wasn't lost because of what he had to go through. Morgana, indeed. I couldn't imagine how I would feel if my favorite hero themselves told me I couldn't be a hero. Ren, All we can do is look toward the future and be there for him whenever he needs us, wouldn't you guys agree? Everyone right. UA conference room. Inside the dark room, we look to see the three heroes Kaomi Woods, Death Arms, and the heroine MT Lady sitting in the center of a large U-shaped table, all the seats being occupied by the staff of UA. So you're telling us you lost to a single individual, even though you had the advantage in numbers? DA, Scoff Guy just got lucky, he caught me off guard. What happened, MT Lady? To busy looking at yourself? MT Lady, haha, Ray, all funny. Midnight, you're just jealous you're getting old. Midnight, TCH March OI. Not the time, Midnight. Now how exactly did one listener take you all down? KW, well, we just talking at first, and before we knew it the guy fell down from a nearby building and then attacked me first. Mike, any reason to why he attacked you first? KW, honestly no, but if I had to guess he might have had knowledge on how my quirk worked. Really, now what makes you say that? KW, well, Snipe, when I tried using my signature move to trap him in a cage, this thing appeared behind him, and just like that, bam, all my wood tendrils were destroyed when he performed a back kick. Snipe, interesting. Anything else you three noticed? DA, hate to admit it, but the guy definitely had above average combat skills. Eraserhead. Eraser, so he took all you guys down with just combat. I highly doubt that with MT Lady there all she would need to do would be to become giant. MT Lady, scratching back of neck, well, you have something to add, MT Lady. MT Lady, he actually took me down when I was in my gigantic form. UA staff, shocked. But how is that possible unless he had some type of super strength quirk? No normal person would have been able to beat you that easily. MT Lady, now that you mention it, 13, when he rushed at me, he was surrounded in green and red light. It was after that he became really fast, and the next thing I know I felt a pain in the back of my neck, and I became unconscious. Wait, so how come we found you two encased in ice and you unconscious on the ground? DA, Sigh, when MT Lady was falling she shrank back to her original size, and I don't know why, but the guy caught her as she was falling and then placed her down cementos. Nizu, well, that explains her. What about you two? KW, in all honesty, Nizu, I don't know. One moment he was just standing there, then the next another thing appeared behind him, then the three of yous were encased in ice. MT Lady broke out by gigantifying, and then bam, she's down. Then he knocked me and Death Arms out after. Eraser, surprised, wait, so he also used an ice quirk against you guys? DA, honestly, I don't know, maybe he has multiple quirks, or maybe it's something else. All we know is that whoever he is, he definitely has skills. Nizu, thank you three for your time, and I apologize for how the mission turned out. You're free to leave. Click. Cementos, so what do you all think? 13, I don't know, but this guy is definitely someone we need to find. Eraser, agreed. Increased speed, strength, and being able to summon and use ice. Who knows what else this person can do? It would be wise to send out a notice to all nearby heroes to keep a lookout. Sniper, right, how did they say he looked like again? Nizu, they said he looked about 6 feet 0 inches feet tall, was wearing a black type of suit, and had a white-colored masquerade ball mask. Midnight, oh man, I missed a girls' night for this, boo. Mike, hey, it's cool, Midnight, you can just call them up on your next available time. Nizu, well, you all have your orders. Let other heroes know to look out for this individual and try to capture at all cost. Everyone right, boss? Nizu, good, you're all dismissed. As everyone left Nizu's office, there was just one thought on Nizu's head. Nizu, when talking to the bakery owner again, he apologized and admitted to everything the Phantom Thief said he was guilty of. Hopefully, we can get to this thief first. Cause someone help us if he turns to the villain's side. Nizu looks out window. Just who are you, Phantom Thief? Mizutofu, Japan, Midoriya House. Ring, ring, ring. Izuku looks down. The boss is calling. Picks up. Izuku, hey boss, what's up? So Jiro, hey kid, sorry to spring this on you last minute, but some unexpected business came up for me, and I won't be able to do the shop's inventory today. Do you think you could do it for me? You'll be paid for the work, and don't worry about the store, it's closed for the day, so no unnecessary distractions. Izuku, don't worry boss, you can count on me. But while I'm there, could I make myself something to eat? My mom's working late today, and we haven't gone to the shop yet. Actually, I was about to head out to get some groceries for a meal. So Jiro chuckles, no problem kid, just don't go overboard, you hear? Izuku, thanks boss, I'll head over now. It's a good thing you gave me a key, or else I wouldn't be able to get in. So Jiro, well, I trust you, so that's no issue. Oh, before I forget, bring an umbrella. and wear a jacket. Heard there might be rain, and I wouldn't want you to call off sick because I didn't warn you. Izuku, smiling, thanks for the heads up, boss. I'll message you when I'm done counting. So Jiro, thanks again, Izuku. Hangs up. Ruji, nice of you to help the boss out, Izuku. Izuku, it's the least I can do for him. After all, he's pretty much the first person to give me a chance, even though I'm quirkless. Makoto, that may be true, but the boss is also quirkless, so it's easy to see how you two are able to connect a lot easier with each other than most people. Futaba, enough dilly-dally, you got a store to take care of. Yusuke, right, you should get going so you don't stay out later than necessary. Haru, don't forget to dress for the rain like the boss said. Izukuite, Mizutafu, Japan Shopping District. Rain falling. Fwoosh. Izuku, it's a good thing the boss gave me a heads up, otherwise I'd be soaked and colder than I already am. And so Iza, how do you feel everything's going for you so far? Izuku, honestly not too bad for once in my life. I actually feel that I don't have to be afraid of the world. Ren, you certainly have come a long way, Izuku. Lavenza, what about your dreams for the future, Izuku? Izuku, honestly I still want to be a hero, but... Ruji, why the long face? Izuku, sigh. I recently got a letter from UA saying that my application was rejected. Everyone shocked. Ruji, those idiots. Haru, but why would they do that? Izuku, the letter said that due to my quirkless status, they couldn't risk the chance of me getting hurt and potentially causing the school any issues. And what? They're not even giving you a chance. Izuku, apparently they had a vote with the staff, and the only ones who voted against blocking my application were the principal and 3 other staff members. And while the ones who wanted to give me a chance argued hard, the others had a really vocal member against my application. Yusuke, I would have believed the principal of such a well-known school would have more power in the decision-making involving potential students. Izuku, it's fine guys, I honestly already had a feeling this would happen. Izuku, but I'm not going to let that stop me. For the first time in my life, I have a way of helping others, and even if others don't like it, I'll always help if I can. Ren, smiling, I bet you have a plan, right? Izuku, I think I'll become a Vigilante. Ruji, not a bad idea. Yusuke, having the power to help is always better being used than being left alone. Futaba, I can see it. Makoto, we'll definitely have to help you improve your stealth skills. Haru, a perfect way to improve your skills overall. Izuku, shocked. Wait, you guys aren't mad or try and talk me out of it. Lavenza, Izuku, you are talking to the former phantom thieves of heart that at the same age as you were not only vigilantes in their own rights, but even fought against a false god to protect those that did not agree with what they were doing. Ren, and besides, we already know that we can't stop you, so the best we can do is to prepare you for the future. Lavenza, just know that taking this path will not only lead to you having to fight criminals, but heroes as well. Are you sure you are willing to take this path? Izuku stops walking. Izuku, yes, if I need to fight heroes or villains to protect others, then I'll do it both here and in the cognitive world. Everyone, smiling. Ruji, better get going, Izuku, or else you'll really catch a cold. Izuku, yeah? 15 minutes later. Izuku, hey, do you guys also see that person outside Leblanc? Makoto, yes, it looks like a schoolgirl. Haruo, but what would she be doing outside Leblanc? Yusuke, perhaps she believed it was open and was looking to buy a coffee. And I don't think so. Izuku, what makes you say that? And just look at how she's dressed. She looks like she's going out for a date night. And she doesn't even have an umbrella, so she might have been waiting for someone to show up. Izuku, ugh, should I go see if she's all right? Makoto, that would be the nice thing to do. Izuku, but what if she sees me as weird, or what if she thinks I'm a creep or dash? Ruji, Izuku, calm down, bro. Izuku, huh? Haru, Ruji's right, there's no merit in you getting so worked up on the hypothetical. And, yep, now get over there and talk to her. Izuku, but, Futaba, we ain't getting any younger, Izuku, and besides, what if she really needs help? Izuku, shakes head. You guys are right, she might really need help, and I'm here hesitating. Ruji, go get him, Tiger. Whispering, curse, it should have known. Izuku, excuse me. Can I help you with something? Izuku, ugh, scratches neck. Well, I was just wondering if you were okay. You know, being out while it's raining and not having an umbrella isn't really something one would do by choice. Stares. Izuku, stares. Izuku, sweating little help guys. Ruji, sorry man I got nothing. And, maybe she's the shy type of girl. Makoto, or maybe she's being cautious of a stranger. Izuku, not helping. Izuku, well I'm Izuku Midoriya, and you are. Yui, monotone Yui Kodai. Izuku, well Kodai-san, do you want to come inside Leblanc's clothes today? But I'm going to be doing some business, so if you want you can come in and wait for whoever it is you're waiting for. Yui, stares. Izuku, sweat drop, not much of a talker huh? Izuku, so listen Kodai-san you can stay out here in the rain if you like, or if you want you can come inside dry off a bit, and use one of our phones to call for a ride how does that sound? Yui, nods head. Izuku, smiles great. Ding. Izuku, okay go ahead and sit anywhere you want I'll be right back. Yui, Yui, it's really nice in here sign, if only I hadn't listened to them I wouldn't be out here soaking wet and cold. Izuku, hey Kodai-san are you thirsty or hungry by chance? Yui, shakes head. Grumble. Izuku, chuckles looks like someone would disagree with you. Yui, tiny blush. Izuku, don't worry I was going to make myself some food when I got here consider it on the house for dealing with the rain. Yui why? Izuku, Yui, why are you being so nice to a total stranger? Izuku, shrugs honestly I don't know. It's just the right thing to do. Whispers and besides how could I let such a beautiful lady stay out in the cold rain? Yui, blush what did you say? Izuku, blushing nothing. Anyway would you also like a latte? Yui, nods head. Izuku, smiles great I'll be back in a bit. Yui, Izuku Midoriya huh? 10 minutes later. Izuku, okay Kodai-san thank you for the wait hope you enjoy. Yui, monotone thank you for the food. Gulp. Yui, excited whoa you made this it's incredible. Izuku, smiles thank you very much. Izuku, hey Kodai-san. Yui, looks up ya. Izuku, if you don't mind me asking why were you outside in the rain? Yui, looks down. Izuku, nervous no I'm sorry if I made you uncomfortable you don't have to answer if you don't want to. Yui, shakes head no it's okay not like it matters sigh. Yui, I was outside because some people convinced me to accept a date from a guy who has been bothering me for a while to go on a date with him. Izuku surprised oh? And what happened? Yui, sigh I knew he just wanted to make fun of me, so I constantly rejected him. But he got a group of his friends to convince me, and the next thing I know he tells me to meet him here, and he never showed up. Izuku, Kodai-san I'm so sorry, but why did they want to make fun of you? Yui, it's because I don't show much emotion on my face and people always try and get me to show any emotion sometimes doing really mean things to me tearing up. Izuku, Kodai-san look at me. Yui, looks up. Izuku, don't let them get to you. You are no one's thing to be played with for their enjoyment. Always hold your head up high to show them you don't care what they think. Yui Midoriya. Izuku, looks away, and besides if they can't see how pretty you are then screw them. Yui, blushing you don't find my plain face weird. Izuku, your face isn't plain Kodai-san in fact, I think you are very beautiful just how you are. Yui, blushing oh thank you. Izuku, smiling no problem Kodai. Yui, blushing you can just call me Yui Midoriya. Izuku, blushing well if you're okay with it Yui, then you can just call me Izuku. Yui, nods head ACHO. Izuku, dang I didn't know you were. Still cold here, put this on Han's jacket. Yui, blushing thank you Izuku it's so warm. Izuku, no problem Yui. Izuku, anyway would you like me to call someone for you? Yui, shakes head my parents were supposed to pick me up after the date, so they also went out for the night, and can't pick me up before that. Would it be okay if I stayed with you until then? Izuku, sure I don't mind let me just finish my work, and I'll be back to talk to you. Yui, nods head. As the night went on Izuku and Yui talked for hours until she got a phone call from her mother letting her know they were going to pick her up in a few minutes. Izuku, well it's been fun talking to you Yui, I hope you stop by often. Yui, small smile don't worry I plan on it. Yui, sigh I just hope those idiots leave me alone they don't even go to my school. Izuku, surprised they don't. Yui, shakes head no they go to one called Aldria or something. Izuku, really I used to go there. Yui used to? Izuku, yeah let's just say some stuff happened, and I'm going to online school now. Yui, we ring. Yui, looks like they're here it's been fun talking to you Izuku smiles. Izuku, blushing anytime Yui take care until next time okay. Yui, nods head yeah until next time. Ding. Izuku, Aldria again huh? Ruji, Your school really does know how to produce idiots, Izuku. Izuku. You can say that again. And, nice job on cheering her up, Izu. Yusuke. Indeed, if one did not know it, it would have appeared like you two were on a date. Izuku. Blushing. Anyways, I should get going. Futaba. Smirking. Not so fast, Tiger. Looks like she left you a little gift. Izuku, huh? Makoto. The piece of paper under her plate. Izuku. Picks up paper. Oh. Izuku. Turns red as a strawberry. It's her number. Ruji. Whistles. And with a wonky face to damn get him player. Haru. Oh, what a wonderful surprise. Izuku. Blushing, yeah. Izuku. Well, time to leave. I just need to grab my jacket and... Izuku. Shocked, I never got my jacket back. Yui's parents' car. Mrs. Kodai. So did you have a fun time, sweaty? Yui. Nods head, yes, mom. Mr. Kodai. So how was the guy? Yui. Monotone, he never showed up. Mr. Kodai, mad what? I swear I'll kill the... Yui. It's okay, Dad, I kinda knew he would do that. Mr. Kodai, Yui. Mrs. Kodai, wait. So what do you mean you had a good time? Yui. Blush, I met someone better. Mr./Mrs. Kodai. She's blushing. Yui. Snuggles into Izuku's jacket. Yui. Small smile, until next time, Izuku. Mizutofu, Japan, Midoriya house. Inko, Izuku. Sweetie, wake up, breakfast is ready. Izuku. Yun, I'm up, mom. I'll be down in a bit. Makoto. Do you have any plans today, Izuku? Izuku. Actually, I was hoping you guys would show me how to make that airsoft gun Rin was talking about, and maybe practice a bit at Dagoba Beach. Yusuke. That indeed seems to be a responsible way of using your time. Futaba. Oh yeah. Talking about that beach, how much do you think you've got cleaned up? Izuku. If I were to take a guess, I would say I've cleaned between 15% to 20%. Haru. Quite an amazing amount you have cleaned up. Izuku. Yeah, but it's mostly thanks to the training Ruji has had me doing on top of it that's given me enough stamina to get this far. Ruji. That's right, I'm the man with the plan. Izuku. Chuckles. Izuku. Hey Rin, I've been meaning to ask you something. Run, shoot. Izuku. Well, I've noticed that Arsene, Jack Frost, and Alice all have their own benefits and disadvantages. Like Arsene is the best choice I have for close and one-on-one combat, but isn't good for long range. Jack Frost is the best one I have for crowd control, but against enemies with ice resistance, he just isn't enough. And Alice is able to switch the fighting pace with her negative alignments on enemies, but she drains my stamina extremely fast. Ren. Good points all around, Izuku, but I have a feeling I know where you're going with this. Izuku, yeah. Well, I was just wondering, would it be possible for me to obtain other personas? Ren. Honestly, Izuku, I don't know. Lavenza. Luckily, I do. Izuku. Surprised you do, Lavenza. Lavenza. Yes. In our original world, Ren was able to obtain personas through fighting shadows, and was even able to fuse some together to make stronger personas. However, you don't have that option. Izuku. Sado, really? Lavenza. Yes. But although you can't gain personas like Run, did you may gain a persona in dire situations? Izuku. Sigh, just my luck. So unless I'm in a desperate situation, I might not ever unlock other personas. Ruji. Hey, lighten up, Izuku, it could be worse, like imagine being a one-trick pony. Yusuke. Or having your enemies counter your moves because you always yell them before you perform them and they develop countermeasures. Futaba. Snickering. Imagine using only brute force to solve your issues. Makoto. Or having an incompetent teacher that doesn't know how to actually teach. And, or Lord forbid, breaking your bones because you don't know how to control your power. Haru. Rushing in head first without having a plan. Run. And even though you don't have one, imagine going in solo instead of relying on your team members. Izuku. Shocked. Izuku. Wow, I guess I still have a lot to learn. Chuckles. Lavenza. One does not just learn everything, Izuku. No matter who you are or how old you get, there will always be ways of you to learn and improve long until it is your time to rest in this world. Izuku. Closes eyes. Yeah, thank you guys. Morgana. Will always be here if you need any help, Izuku. Izuku. Smiles. Inko. Izuku, your breakfast is getting cold. Izuku. Coming, mom. 15 minutes later. Inko. So any plans for today, sweetie? Izuku. I think I'm just going to go into the shopping district and walk around for a bit, mom. Inko. Sato. Izuku. Mom, are you okay? Inko. Yes, it's just that Mitsuki called me yesterday, and asked if we wanted to go over for dinner this weekend, and I was hoping you would want to come. Izuku: Mom, if you want me to go with you, I don't mind, but things between me and Bakugo have changed, and not for the better. Inko: shocked, he didn't call him Kakin. Inko: what do you mean, sweetie? You and Bakugo were such good friends. Izuku: key word used to Mom, a lot of things happened, things I'm not ready to talk to you about. But let's just say that Bakugo changed, and not in a good way. He's rash, easy to get angry at anything and everything, constantly belittles others, and has an ego bigger than the sun itself. Izuku: I'm saying this so you're not surprised if something happens. Inko: confused, something happens? Izuku: let's just say that I've changed too, and I won't let anything he throws at me slide. Beep beep. Izuku: oh, sorry Mom, looks like my train's going to leave soon, I'll be back later. Dashes. Inko: tearing up. Izuku: what aren't you telling me? Makoto: Izuku, don't you think it would have been better to tell your mom why you're no longer friends with that kid? Izuku: Ruji, you know we're not going to judge you, Izuku. Izuku: I know, it's just I don't want my mom to freak out and lose the only friend that she is because of me. I know I need to tell her eventually, but I can't just drop this on her. At least not until our situation improves. Ren: remember, Izuku, you're not alone, we'll be here if you ever need us. Futaba: right? And besides, no one's forcing you to do anything you don't want to do. Yusuke: although I would suggest to be on guard in case that kid tries to attack you. Ruji: no kidding. If he even looks at you the wrong way, be ready to kick his butt. Izuku: smiling. Mizuta-fu, Japan, Dagoba Beach. Izuku: nice, I think I actually have 20% of this beach cleaned up, not too bad if I say so. Ren: have you noticed any improvements on your body, Izuku? Izuku: I haven't really checked, but I definitely feel that my body is a lot stronger than when I first started. Ruji: just make sure not to become too bulky, Izuku, we don't need you looking like a small All Might. Izuku: chuckles, do I look like the type to want to be a small version of All Might? Silence. Izuku: sweat drop, anyway, how do I get started on building the weapons? Ren: run. The blade itself won't be too difficult. All you need is a sharp piece of metal, and then focus some of your power into it, and it should change into a usable blade. Izuku nods head, seems easy enough. Okay, let me try. Izuku picks up sharp steel metal. Okay, focus. As Izuku closed his eyes and focused Arsene's energy into the piece of metal, a dark energy began to coat the steel. After a few seconds, the energy dispersed, leaving an incredibly designed blade that looked as it could do some serious damage. Izuku shocked, whoa, this looks really cool. Ren: sure is, just be careful not to hurt yourself with it. I'll have you practice some of my techniques with it later in the metaverse. Izuku: right, so how do I build the gun now? Ren: here, I'll just send you the instructions I used when I first started. Although unnoticeable to the naked eye, if one were to look into Izuku's eyes, you would have seen a flash of blue that overtook his pupils for a split second before going back to normal, as if nothing happened. Izuku: that might take me a bit to gather everything I need, but let's do this. 1 hour later. Izuku: sweating, phew, that was more difficult than I thought it'd be. Ren: yep, but hey, you got it done, nice job, you even got the engraving on the side. Izuku smiling: thanks. So what do you want me to do now? Ren: go ahead and gather some small pieces of random ruble and place them on top of that old metal car. Izuku: got it. Izuku: okay, so what's next? Ren: now I want you to mark 5 lines, each separated by 10 feet each. Izuku: oh, I see, so you want to see what my range limit is, then we'll practice on what I lack on my shooting skills, right? Ren: right on the money, Izuku. Izuku: okay, all done, now time to practice. Izuku: it's showtime. 10-foot mark 0/5 targets. Bang clang. Bang clang. Bang clang. Bang clang. Bang clang. Results: 5 out of 5 targets hit. Ren: not bad, reload, and move to the next line. Izuku: right. 20-foot mark 0/5 targets. Bang clang. Bang clang. Bang clang. Bang clang. Bang clang. Ren: surprised, did you have any practice with guns before? Izuku: Izuku: no, it's just being a big hero fanatic, I would always look at heroes that had quirks which relied on some level of skill and try and copy them. When the Pro Hero Snipe came out, I got into a cowboy phase and practiced with small dart shooting revolvers my mom bought me, and would try and do it exactly like the hero. And because of that, I have a bit of muscle memory when it comes to the basics of using a firearm. Ren: This should go by faster than I thought. Okay, let's move on. 30-foot mark, 4/5 marks hit. 40-foot mark, 3/5 marks hit. 50-foot mark, 2/5 marks hit. Ren. Okay, so your range max right now to be effective in battle is 30 to 40 feet. So we can just put range shooting into your workout schedule to have you practice and increase your range of shooting. Run. Now I want you to shoot at the targets again, but this time put some of Arsene's energy into your gun when you shoot. Izuku. Nods head, let's do this. Just like when Izuku put Arsene's energy into the scrap metal earlier, a dark energy covered the gun in his hand until dispersing, but this time not showing any clear changes. Izuku. Confused, did I do something wrong? Ren. Nope, now go ahead and try shooting it. Izuku. Okay. Boom. As Izuku pulled the trigger, a louder bullet shooting came from the gun, leaving him a little dazed from the unexpected sound. Shaking off his surprise, Izuku looked over to where he shot at, only to be left with a surprised look on his face. Staring at where the bullet traveled, Izuku could see that not only had he hit his target, but the bullet penetrated straight through, even going through a large pile of scrap that was behind it. Izuku, shocked, what the? Ren, whistles, now that's a lot of damage. Izuku. Ren, what was that? Ren, well, you see, putting the energy of your personas into your gun grants you some type of effect, just like they would in battle. And as you can see, Arsene's energy was able to make the gun shoot stronger and faster pellets. Izuku. Wait, so Jack Frost and Alice would have different effects? Ren. Right, most likely Jack Frost would cause some type of ice damage to your target, while Alice would make your shots weaken your enemies that, and maybe causing them to become slower or weaken their strength. Izuku. Sweat drop. Ren. Anyway, this is probably the best time to go practice a bit in the metaverse. Izuku. Yeah, let me just. I got you now. As Izuku was about to open the portal to the metaverse, he was suddenly tackled from behind by an unknown source. Trying to right himself as he twisted his body and landed on his back, while the unknown assailant landed right on top of him. When he opened his eyes, all he saw was darkness and reached to get whoever was on top of him off until he came to a stop when his hand touched what was on his face and felt something squishy. Izuku. Muffled, what the? Thought you could get away with stealing my supplies, huh? Well, not on my watch. Finally being able to push his head a bit further up, Izuku's eyes were met with a pair of yellow eyes, with what looked like crosshairs looking back at him. So what do you have to say for yourself, huh? Izuku. I'm sorry, who are you? Who am I? Who am I? I am May Hatsume, future #1 support item inventor and future CEO of Hatsume Enterprise. Now who are you? Izuku. Well, I'm Izuku Midoriya. May. Right, so Mr. Thief, mind getting your hand off my chest. Izuku, huh? As Izuku looked down, he could see that the thing that was blocking his vision was none other than the chest of the girl that was on top of him, and he was currently holding one of her rack with his right hand. With that realization, steam was released from the top of his head, and Izuku promptly passed out. May. Well, that was unexpected. Chuckles makes this a lot easier. Now where do I put him? Lightbulb, huh? Velvet room. Yusuke. Well, that was unexpected. Haru. Oh my goodness, I didn't know Izuku would pass out just from touching a girl's chest. Makoto. At least we know that he's not becoming a pervert. And, yeah, but we should definitely give him some more lessons so this doesn't happen again. Ruji. Crying anime tears. Izuku, you lucky monsters. Futaba. Also crying, they grow up so fast. Smack smack. Ren. Sweat drop. Well, at least we know Izuku is able to attract all kinds of people. 5 minutes later. Izuku. Groans, oh, what happened? May. Aha, so you're finally awake now, Mr. Thief. Izuku, what? As Izuku tried to move, he realized that he couldn't as much turn his body. Trying to see why this was the case, he looked down to see that he was tied to a long metal pole. Izuku, why am I tied up? May. Now, Mr. Thief, I'm the one asking the questions here. Izuku looks up. Izuku. Wait, I think this is just a misunderstanding. May. Maybe or maybe not, that's what I'm here to find out now. First question, who are you? Izuku. Izuku Midoriya. May. Okay, then second question, why are you stealing my babies? Izuku. Confused, babies. May. Yeah, my babies, I can't build any other babies if you pokes. Izuku keeps stealing all the materials I need to build anymore. Izuku. Wait, do you mean inventions? May. Nods head, yeah, whatever you call them now. Izuku. I was cleaning the beach for training. I didn't know that you were building things with the scrap metal. May. Okay, so far so good, but May. Grabs Izuku's shirt. Third question. Why did you grab my rack, huh? You some kind of pervert. Izuku. Blushes. No, 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 that's not what I meant to do. May. Oh, and what did you mean to do, Mr. Pervert? Izuku. I mean, you tackled me out of nowhere, blinded my eyesight by landing on top of me, and when I went to move whatever was on top of me off, it just so happened to have been your rack. May. Looks at Izuku. Izuku. Gulp. May. Okay, I'll let you go, but on one condition. Izuku. Nods head. May. Smiles. You have to help me make more babies. Izuku. Deep blush. You mean inventions, right? May. Oh yeah, that too. Izuku. Steam coming out. What do yo? Thud. Izuku. ACK? May. Now, Mr. Thief, let's get to work. Izuku. Wait, let's calm down. We don't even know each other yet, so let's start off small, okay? May. But I already told you, I'm May Hatsume, future #1 support inventor. Izuku. Yeah, I got that. But what else about you? Like, what's your favorite food, color, holiday, you know? May. What is this? 21 questions. Izuku. So never mind, so what type of inventions do you want to build? May. Large smile. Now you're talking my language. While I was trying to build this, pulls out random blueprints. Izuku. Whoa, a jet pack like the Buster Hero Airjet. May. Right on the dot, Mr. Thief. Izuku. Sweat drop. Are you always going to call me that, Hatsume-san? May. Until you earn another nickname that's going to be yours, unless you want me to call you Mr. Pervert. Izuku. Mr. Thief it is then. May. That's what I thought. Now what do you think about these plans? Izuku. It looks good, but the design is way too bulky. May. Confused. What do you mean? Izuku. The overall design isn't bad, but it's too bulky. Overuse would lead to the jetpack short-circuiting at any moment. May. But I don't see how I can make it smaller. Izuku. I may know a way, but it'll take a while to build, and it's getting pretty late, so how about we meet up when we can, and I'll help you out with your inventions, and you can help me out with my training. May. Deal. So how are we going to meet up? Izuku. Do you have a phone? May. Yeah. Izuku. Here, I'll give you my phone number, so we can message each other. May. Like friends. Izuku. Yep. May. And you don't find my babies weird? Izuku. Nope. In fact, I find it really admiring about you. May. Small blush. Admiring. Izuku. Of course, someone who knows what they want in the future and driving to make their dream a reality is something I find amazing. May. Blushing. You think I'm amazing? Izuku. You okay, Hatsume-san? May. Yeah, and you can just call me May. I'm not one for formalities. Izuku. Okay, May. Say. May. Pouting. May. Izuku. Sweat drop. Ya May. May. Beaming. Well then, Mr. Thief, until next time. Dashes away. Izuku. Well, at least she seems nice. Run, Izuku. Izuku jumps. Don't scare me like that. Ren. Sorry about that, Izuku. But you should head home. We'll continue your training tomorrow. Izuku. Yeah, it is getting pretty late. Alright, time to leave. 30 minutes later. Izuku. Can't believe I missed my bus. Ruji. Don't worry, Izuku, happens to the best of us. Izuku. Sigh, at least it's peaceful tonight. I said get away from me. Izuku. Never mind. Narrow alley, third-person POV. In a dark alleyway, we see 3 thugs surround a girl with a spiky ponytail and onyx eyes. Thug 1. Look, Beach, you don't have a choice now. Either come quietly, or pulls out knife. You're coming with a few cuts. Dang it, why is this happening? Thug 2. How about we have some fun before that? As the second thug reached to touch the raven-haired beauty, only one thing went through her mind. Closes eyes. Someone please help me. Showtime. Opens eyes. Thug 3. Who said. Before he could finish his question, Izuku, in his phantom thief attire, landed a heel kick to the thug's head, making the thug kiss the ground face, first unconscious. Thug 2. What? Who are you? Izuku. Silence. Thug 1. So you think you're a hero? Kid will take this. As the first thug charged at Izuku, he aimed the knife he held to try and slash Izuku's face. Before the blade reached Izuku's face, Izuku bent backwards, dodging the blade and making the thug stumble. Taking advantage, Izuku backflipped into the air and landed a harsh kick to the back of the first thug, launching him face first into the wall of the alleyway unconscious. Thug 2. What are you? Izuku. Silence. Thug 2. Screw it. In a last-ditch effort, the last thug charged at Izuku in an attempt to do anything against the unknown fighter. Unlucky for him, Izuku caught the fist aimed at him by the thug, turned around, flipping the thug into the air and bringing him down with a harsh pull, causing the ground the thug fell on to lightly crack and fall unconscious due to the pain he was in. Well, seeing the thugs have been taken out, the spiky ponytail girl could only look at the person who brought them down in admiration and awe. Izuku, are you okay, miss? Flustered, oh yes, I'm okay, sir. Izuku nods head, great. Well then I'll be going, please call the police so they can pick these guys up, begins walking away. Wait. Izuku turns around. Can I get your name? Izuku. Normally one gives their name first before asking someone else for theirs. Blushing, oh I'm Momo Yaoyorozu. Izuku. Well Miss Yaoyorozu, if you wish to know my name call me Wildcard. Momo Wildcard. Izuku nods head. Momo, will I ever see you again? Izuku. Maybe, just maybe. Until next time, Yaoyorozu. Poof. Momo, cough cough. Once the smoke cleared, Momo looked around to see where her hero went, but unfortunately, she couldn't see where he went. Even though she knew that a vigilante taking the law into their own hands was wrong, she couldn't get the thought of wanting to know more about her savior, and curse it, will she get the answers she wants. Momo, we'll meet again, Wildcard. Midoriya household. After Izuku came home and had dinner with his mother, he retired to his room to rest and rethink all the events that happened to him today. From practicing with his new weapon to the very interesting meeting with his new friend, if you could call May that, to saving the daughter of the richest family in Japan, Momo Yaoyorozu. Yep, it was safe to say that Izuku Midoriya was a magnify for everything but the normal. Izuku. Things just keep getting more and more interesting. Mizutafu, Japan. Newscast. Female reporter. In other news, the Hero Association is still asking for any and all information on the unknown vigilante that appeared 2 months ago. All we know is that the vigilante is a male, about 6 foot tall, wears a black suit with a white mask, and goes by the name Wildcard. Although what most heroes seem to say are that his actions are illegal and he should be put in jail, a large portion of citizens we interviewed seem to have nothing but positive things to say about Wildcard. Here's just a few. Interviews. Male reporter. Excuse miss, can you give me your opinion on the vigilante Wildcard? Random lady. Even though what he's doing is technically illegal, I've seen him do more than some heroes. Like last week, there was a villain who could turn himself on fire and was holding 3 hostages, but even though there were heroes around, none of them did anything and just stood around. I even heard some saying how their quirks didn't help them for that type of situation. Scoff. Smiling in, out of nowhere, Wildcard jumped from a rooftop and in a few seconds took out the villain and saved the hostages. So yeah, I'd rather have someone like him than those heroes that did nothing. Male reporter. Sir, what do you think about the recent vigilante Wildcard? Old man. That youngster, well, as far as I've seen, he seems like a good kid. Male reporter. Good kid, sir? Old man. Why, yes. You see, a lot of old folks live in this block, and we sometimes have trouble doing everyday tasks. But that young man comes by often and has helped out anyone who looks like they're struggling. Chuckling, he even made some snow for the little kids when it was really hot to cool them down. Male reporter. Excuse me, kids, do you have any thoughts on the vigilante Wildcard? Kid 1. You mean Mr. Mask? Male reporter. Mr. Mask? Kid 2. Happy, yeah, Mr. Mask, he sometimes comes around and plays with us if we ask him. Kid 3. He's really cool. Kid 1. Yeah, I saw him stop a car that was about to hit a lady with his bare hands. Kid 2. He also beat up the bad men that used to live here. Back in the studio. Female reporter. There you have it, folks. It seems that the vigilante Wildcard has garnered a positive picture to those he has helped. Even though heroes have been on the lookout for the vigilante, so far no heroes have been able to catch him. So this reporter asked, is he really the out-of-control vigilante that the heroes say he is, or is there more to his character than meets the eye? When we get those answers, we'll be sure to let you know. Leblanc. Izuku. At least they're not just spreading false rumors about me. Ruji. Yep, you should have seen our news reporters. They always had something bad to say. And it wasn't until later in our vigilante careers that they finally started to say anything positive. Futaba. Ah, the good old days. So Jiro. Hey kid, stop spacing out, we got customers. Izuku. Right. Hours later. Yusuke. Where are you going again, Izuku? Izuku. Oh, Mom told me she placed a special order and asked if I could pick it up after work. Haru. Do you know what she ordered? Izuku. I believe she said it was a vintage album for an elderly patient she looks after. Makoto. Oh, so like a birthday present. Izuku. Yeah, hopefully they have it already. She said that her birthday was coming up soon. Izuku. Ah, here we go. Ding. Izuku. Doesn't look like anyone's here. Ren, look around, maybe they're just stocking something. Izuku, true. As Izuku looked around, he was slightly surprised by the amount of music records the store held. Turning a corner, he was able to see a rather short girl with dark purple hair trying to reach for a record on a top shelf with a really shaky ladder. Come on, almost got it HNN, I got it WH. As the purple-haired girl feel, she closed her eyes and prepared for the pain to come. In a split second, Izuku moved from the end of the corner and caught the girl in a bridal carry. Eyes closed, huh? Izuku, hey, are you okay? Opens eyes, yeah, I guess I am. Izuku, that's good, wouldn't want you to get hurt, smiles. Light blush, yeah, you think you could let me down? Izuku, oh yeah, sorry. It's cool, thanks for the save, mister. Izuku, oh, I'm Izuku Midoriya. Nice to meet you, Midoriya, name's Kyoka Jiro. Izuku, nods head, you wouldn't happen to know where any workers are at, would you, Jiro-san? Kyoka, sigh, that would be me. What can I do for you? Izuku, well, I was looking for a order under the name Inko Midoriya. Kyoka, oh yeah, we got it in today, give me a sec, I'll be right back. 5 minutes later. Kyoka, alrighty, here you go, one record, all good to go. Izuku, thank you. And are you sure you're okay? You almost took a bad fall. Kyoka, yeah, I'm good, just wish I had a little more height, that'd make getting some of these records easier to grab without risking falling down again. Izuku, if you'd like, I could help you get any hard-to-reach records while I'm here. Kyoka HM, you sure you don't mind? Izuku, not at all. Kyoka, smirks, well, come on, mop head, I can use your help, walks away. Izuku, sweat drop, mop head. 30 minutes later. Kyoka, and that should be the last one, thanks again for the help, mop head. Izuku, yeah, no problem, but do you need to still call me mop head? Kyoka, chuckles, ah, come on, I give nicknames to all the people I like. Izuku, tilts head, and you like me? Kyoka, blush, well yeah, ugh, I mean you saved me from falling, so of course you have brownie points on my record. Izuku, confused, I guess that makes sense. Velvet room. Ruji, deadpan, is he serious right now? And, facepalm, just how much do we need to teach him? Makoto, sigh, come on guys, you can't blame him, after all he never really had these type of interactions with girls before. Futaba, speak for yourself, I've got money on the pink-haired girl to make the first move on him. Ruji, I'll bet it's that one Yui girl, they've been messaging each other a lot since they've met. Yusuke, I would wager that blue periwinkle-haired girl that visits him often at his work makes the first move. Haru, I'm with Yusuke on this. I would even say she mesmerized his work schedule with how often she comes when he's working. Morgana, HN, I don't know, I have a feeling there's still more to come for Izuku in the future. Lavenza, chuckling, if only they knew what Izuku's future holds. Back to the store. Izuku, hey Jiro-san. Kyoka, what's up, mop head? Izuku, well, I was wondering, is your quirk related to your earlobes? Kyoka, oh, yeah, it's called earphone jack, and as you can see, the end of my earlobes have jacks at the end, which let me connect to almost any surface and pass my heartbeat through them. Izuku, stars and eyes, whoa, that's so cool, you'd be perfect for sneaking into buildings and gathering information. Kyoka, blush, you think they're cool? Izuku, smiling, of course. Kyoka, wah. Ding. Hey weird ears, where are ya? You get your ugly but out here, don't keep us waiting. Izuku HM? Kyoka, sigh, why now? Hey, I said get out here. Kyoka, alright, no need to yell now, what do you two want? Bully 1, HUH. Is that any way to address your superiors? Kyoka, scoff, superior idiots. Bully 2, what was that? Sounds like you need to be taught some manners, ear freak. As the second bully aimed a punch that was about to connect to Kyoka's face, the fist was suddenly caught in the palm of Izuku's hand. Izuku, now I may not be the best person when it comes to de-escalating situations, but I suggest that you two leave before things get ugly. Bully 1, and who the hell are you? Can't you see this doesn't concern you? Izuku, considering you are about to hurt a friend of mine, I would say this does concern me. Bully 2 HA, what are you, some type of weird quirk lover or something? Izuku, shakes head, to judge someone based on their quirk is quite shallow of you, don't you think? Bully 1, angry, why you? Kyoka, look out. As the first bully charged toward Izuku, Izuku merely stepped to the side, causing the first bully to trip and fall on the grown face first. Trying to end things before they continued to escalate, Izuku pulled the second bully behind him and performed a chop to the back of their neck, knocking them out. Before the first bully could get back up, Izuku got on top of them, grabbed the back of their head, and slammed them down to the ground, knocking them out as well. Izuku, well, that was easy. Kyoka, wow. Izuku, are you okay, Jiro-san? Kyoka, you blush, F it, why am I blushing so much in front of him? Izuku, so what do you want to do now? Kyoka, snaps back, huh? Izuku, you know, like, do you want to call the police, or? Kyoka, surprised, oh, you give me a sec. 10 minutes later. Izuku, well, that was quite a turn of events, wouldn't you say? Kyoka, yep. Izuku, serious, Jiro-san, if I may ask, do you get bullied often? Kyoka, sigh, not as often as you think, but recently a lot of these students have been showing up around my school and are harassing students with what they call weird quirks. Izuku, narrowed eyes, you wouldn't happen to know if they are students from a school called Aldria High, would you? Kyoka, raised eyebrow, yeah, how do you know? Izuku, sigh, I used to go there and was given first-hand experience of bullying from practically everyone. Kyoka, shocked, really, but you don't look like you have any weird quirk. Izuku, chuckles, oh yeah, well, I don't have a quirk, I'm quirkless. Kyoka, wide-eyed. Izuku, oh, look at the time I have to get going, Jiro-san, thank you again for the help. As Izuku was about to walk out of the record store, he was shackled back by Kyoka. Kyoka, wait. Izuku, HM? Something the matter? Kyoka, looking down, ugh, while blushing, would you like to hang out sometime? Izuku, smiling, sure, I don't mind. Kyoka, looks up, really? Well, here, let me give you my number, so we can meet up in the future. Izuku, any idea what you'd like to do? If not, I have a few ideas. Kyoka, smirking, you better show me a good time, then mop head. Izuku, smiling, you bet I will, Kyo-chan. Kyoka, cough cough, what did you say, red as a tomato? Izuku, smiling, HM? Nothing. Well, see you later, Kyo-chan. Ding. Kyoka, still red, that son of a. Ren, you okay, Izuku? Izuku, oh yeah, I'm fine, it's just that I somehow keep finding out just how bad Aldria High really is. I mean, it's one thing that I was bullied by almost every student, but to hear that they have gone as far as to harass other students like Yui and Kyo-chan from other schools makes me wonder just how far the school has fallen. Yusuke, well, if you'd like, why not go into the Metaverse and take a look around the Aldria High and the cognitive world to see if there is anything you can do. Izuku, HM, I think you're right, Yusuke, and besides, it couldn't hurt me to get more training in my sneaking skills while I'm at it. Ren, that's the spirit, Izuku. Buzz. Izuku. HM looks down, looks like Yui messaged me. And, oh, what did she say? Yui. Hey, Izuku, I know it might sound weird, but do you think you could meet me at tomorrow? I have a favor to ask you. Izuku. Looks like she wants to ask me for some help tomorrow. Morgana. Are you going to meet her? Izuku. Of course I am. She's a friend of mine, and if I can help her, then I'll gladly do so. Ruji. All right, save your academy speeches for later. You need to get home before it gets darker outside. Yue. Nizu. So any news on the Vigilante wildcard? Midnight. Sigh, unfortunately not one bit. Mike. The guy's pretty slippery to get a hold of. Any hero who has even come close to catching him found themselves unconscious on the floor after he fought them one-on-one. Midnight. Yep, he has pretty good hand-to-hand combat techniques, and somehow has a support item that's helped him counter the hero's quirks he's fought. Nizu. Any info on just what his quirk can be or how he gets those support items? Mike. Shakes head, nothing at all. Nizu. Sigh, hopefully we can reach him soon. Who knows what could happen if a villain decides to use him against heroes and takes things from small fights to large scrimmages. Midnight. In other news, anything on how All Might is preparing as a future teacher? Nizu. Nizu. Rubs temples, I swear that man is more focused on being in the newspaper than looking for a future successor. Mike. You still mad at him for rejecting that little listener's application? Nizu. Mad would be an understatement, Mike. It's still hard for me, even with my intelligent-based quirk, to try and understand why he was so against letting the kid even try out for the entrance exam. Midnight. Eyes narrow, I'm more surprised that only you, Mike, Recovery Girl, and myself were the only ones to vote in favor of him trying the exams at all. Mike. Sigh, I'm still upset that Shota didn't even take a second glance at his application before saying the listener had no potential to be a hero. I mean, if he had the guts to apply to the top hero school, then surely he had something to show. Nizu. Well, wherever he ends up, I just hope it's for the better. I would hate to know that UA lost a bright candidate because of a few individuals that didn't believe in giving him a chance to prove himself. Midnight. Nods head, anything else, Nizu? Nizu. Shakes head, nothing for now, just keep me updated on any news of the Vigilante. Mike/Midnight. Yes, sir, leave office. Nizu. Sigh, hopefully everything stays calm for a while. The last thing we need is something huge happening. So, this was the end of part 2 of this series. Stay tuned for next part of this series, and if you like this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Until next time.